Roach didn't back down.
At all. At all. And did you see the size difference in the ring? Obviously Roach being, being the bigger man, but
Roach came up. Roach normally fights at 130. He came up to 135.
Hopefully, after I win, I can defend both. I want to unify, or, if we do a rematch, then we could do that.
Everybody's trying to protect that O. Ain't nobody want to take no chances. Because they feel now if I take a chance, I lose. Ocho, my career. Bro, stop it.
ESPN analysts didn't hold back after Gervonta "Tank" Davis turned down a rematch with Lamont Roach. And let's just say, it's not a good look. Fans were eager to see Davis step back in the ring and prove he's the real deal, but now questions are swirling about whether he's avoiding a legitimate challenge. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe called him out, criticizing him for not acting like a true champion. With the boxing world buzzing and fans demanding answers, Davis is feeling the heat. Did he just pass up a fight that could have defined his legacy?
I just so happen to be a boxing fan, that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
The highly anticipated clash between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach had fans expecting a dominant showcase from Davis. However, the fight took an unexpected turn as Roach exceeded expectations, pushing Davis to his limits. The defining moment came in the 9th round when Davis shockingly took a knee, an incident he later attributed to hair grease impairing his vision. His explanation sparked controversy and skepticism, as the referee chose not to rule it a knockdown, a decision that remains widely debated. ESPN analysts didn't hold back in their criticism, questioning both Davis's performance and the circumstances surrounding the 9th round incident. They cast doubt on his explanation and raised concerns about his focus and preparation. Stephen A. Smith stated, "In boxing, distractions can be costly. Champions must be fully prepared, both mentally and physically." Meanwhile, Max Kellerman added, "This raises serious questions about Davis's training regimen and attention to detail."
I gotta stand down and give mad respect to Lamont Roach. Brother fought one hell of a fight. This was a damn close fight. Gervonta taking a knee should have been a knockdown. Either way, Roach has skills, fought his ass off, deserves nothing but respect. He earned the boxing world's attention tonight. He has mine. Thought he'd be too small. I was wrong.
Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith raised concerns about Lamont Roach's size disadvantage against Gervonta "Tank" Davis. "I think Roach is too small. That's my issue. I'm not questioning his skill set or anything like that," Smith stated. His perspective was echoed by other boxing experts, including former interim WBC lightweight champion Ryan Garcia, who added, "I don't think Roach has the firepower to hold off Tank. I think he's got great skills, but you really have no chance."
Give you my picks on 3 fights taking place Saturday night at the Barclays Center in New York City between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach, Gary Russell versus Jose Valenzuela, and Sandor Martin versus Alberto Puello. Gervonta Davis uses knocks somebody out inside of 85 punches because he's clearly capable of that. But I just see this as being the kind of fight where he's going to have to run him down. He's going to have to walk him down, rather, and he's going to have to throw some punches before he ultimately catches him. And that's how I view it. So I'm going to go with more on this particular one. Next up.
Lamont Roach Jr. is eager for a rematch with Gervonta "Tank" Davis following their controversial majority draw on March 1st at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. The fight ended with one judge scoring it 115 to 113 for Davis, while the other two had it even at 114 to 114. A key moment came in the 9th round when Davis unexpectedly took a knee, citing an eye irritation. However, referee Steve Willis did not rule it a knockdown, a decision that has fueled debate. Roach believes the incident affected the final outcome and expressed his frustration, stating, "I thought I pulled it out. I definitely thought I won, but we can run it back." Davis has also shown interest in a rematch, aiming to make it happen by the end of May. With both fighters eager to settle the score, the stage is set for a decisive conclusion to their rivalry.
From a division lower, moves up and gives Tank Davis his toughest fight. I thought beating him on the inside making him miss, putting offense behind defense after making him miss, being more active. Obviously, Tank's going to have the edge in power. Tank is going to have the edge in power strikes. I think ultimately the stats spoke to that. I don't think that this was a disaster. I think it'd be strong to call it a disaster. The fight was not great up front. The fight was not great in the middle, but it was very good. Not amazing, but definitely very good down the stretch. I think we can all agree with that.
Despite Lamont Roach Jr.'s repeated calls for a rematch following their controversial majority draw on March 1st, Gervonta Tank Davis has made it clear that an immediate rematch is not in his plans. The fight ended with one judge scoring it 115 to 113 for Davis, while the other two had it even at 114 to 114. A major talking point from the bout was the 9th round when Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach, sparking debate over whether it should have been ruled a knockdown. Referee Steve Willis did not count it as such, a decision that has been widely discussed. Roach's team appealed the draw, seeking a review of the incident, but the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the original decision, emphasizing that both fighters must abide by the referee's rulings during the match. While Davis acknowledged Roach's performance, he made it clear that a rematch is not his immediate priority. He hinted at other plans for his next fight, stating that fans would see in a minute who his next opponent would be. This has fueled speculation about potential matchups, though no official announcement has been made. Roach, disappointed by the commission's decision, remains determined to secure a rematch, believing there is unfinished business. As both fighters move forward, the boxing world is watching closely to see whether the rematch will materialize or if Davis will pursue new challenges in his career.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute.
The controversy surrounding the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight has intensified as the New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, has officially launched a review of the bout's outcome. According to Boxing Kingdom, technical difficulties initially delayed an immediate assessment of the pivotal 9th round incident, where Davis took a knee. Many argue that the moment should have been ruled a knockdown in Roach's favor, which could have significantly impacted the final decision. As the review unfolds, the debate over the fight's legitimacy continues to grow, keeping fans and analysts on edge about a potential resolution.
Even without the knee, that should have been a knockdown. I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to bank the rounds. I'm just a little frustrated with the scorecards. I thought I should have.
The boxing community and fans have reacted strongly to the outcome of the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight, with many believing Roach deserved the victory. The non-call of the 9th round knockdown became a major talking point, with critics arguing it impacted the final result. Social media erupted with debate, with hashtags like #RoachRobbed trending. Prominent boxing figures also weighed in. Floyd Mayweather commented, "Tank still got it, but that 9th round was a mess. Roach gave him a real fight. Rematch makes sense." Shakur Stevenson added, "Lamont outworked Davis, no question. That draw stinks of favoritism." In the aftermath, calls for a rematch have grown louder. Roach expressed his desire for another bout, stating, "I definitely thought I won this fight. I went toe-to-toe with one of the best and proved I belong at 135. They can boo all they want, but I'm not satisfied with a draw. I want that rematch." Davis, acknowledging the controversy, appeared open to running it back. "Lamont's a great fighter, but I felt I did enough. The grease in my eye threw me off, but I'll be back stronger. Let's run it back."
I mean, he didn't fall down on himself. The wind didn't push him and made him fall on his knees. I had to boom hit him with that right hook, hit him with that left hook, and made him fall, hit him with that body shot, pow. I don't know, but that wasn't an official knockdown. Me, I feel like that should have been an official knockdown, but hey, I'm not a professional ref. I don't even know the rules for real. I just know, boom, don't hit nobody in the back of the head, don't hit nobody, to keep your hands up at all times, and no low blow shots. That's all I know. But y'all, If y'all going to anticipate, they need to have a rematch. Should they have a rematch? Yes or no? Y'all let me know. Should they have a rematch? Yes or no? Do y'all actually even want to see the rematch? Yes or no? Because me, I want to see the rematch. I need to see a rematch because, bro, this was too good of a fight for it to be a draw. Like, they should have, that same night, all right, it's a draw. We going for 3 more rounds. 3 rounds, 1-minute rounds. Boom, we got to settle this. And whoever wins, that's win.
Gervonta Tank Davis has announced plans to step away from boxing, citing a need to prioritize his mental health and personal development. The undefeated WBA lightweight champion revealed that while the sport has shaped him, it has also instilled an aggressive mindset, one he now seeks to temper, especially for the sake of his 2 daughters. Davis acknowledged that boxing has fueled emotions he no longer wishes to carry, expressing a deep desire for transformation. "I want to do therapy. I want everything out of me so that I'll never think about fighting again," he stated candidly. His words signal a shift away from the warrior mentality that has defined his career. Rather than continuing to chase titles, Davis is choosing self-improvement, embracing therapy as a means to find inner peace. This decision marks a significant turning point for the 29-year-old, who has built a reputation as one of boxing's most dominant and explosive athletes. By stepping away, he hopes to reinvent himself beyond the sport, setting an example for his children and proving that true strength is found not just in the ring, but in personal growth and emotional well-being.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
The majority draw between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. has ignited significant controversy, largely due to a pivotal moment in the 9th round. During this round, Davis voluntarily took a knee, citing eye discomfort from hair grease. However, referee Steve Willis did not rule it a knockdown, a decision that has been widely disputed. Had the incident been scored as a knockdown, Roach would have received a 10-8 round, which could have altered the fight's outcome. The New York State Athletic Commission is now reviewing the incident, acknowledging that technical issues prevented an immediate assessment during the match. This scrutiny only adds to the ongoing debate surrounding the WBA's role in the contentious result, leaving fans and analysts questioning whether justice was served in the ring.
But I must say, do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can, like, get disqualified for all that. Or, like, when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Mike Tyson has voiced his admiration for Gervonta Tank Davis, praising his skills and stating that with dedication and the right choices, Davis has the potential to reach legendary status. While Tyson acknowledges Davis's raw talent, he also stresses the importance of making wise decisions both inside and outside the ring. This mentorship-like advice reflects Tyson's recognition of Davis's immense potential, as well as the pitfalls that could derail his rise. Coming from a former heavyweight champion who has experienced both the highs and lows of boxing, Tyson's words serve as both encouragement and a cautionary reminder for Davis as he navigates his career.
I don't really be trying. I like to hit the face.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was a brawler.
Brawl means more than one person. So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like...
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like the whole package.
George Kambosos Jr. did not hold back in his critique of Gervonta Tank Davis following Davis's controversial draw against Lamont Roach Jr. Kambosos praised Roach's exceptional performance, highlighting his skill, resilience, and ability to push Davis in a way few have before. Reflecting on the bout, Kambosos questioned whether Davis is truly prepared to compete against top-tier fighters. The fight was clouded by controversy, particularly in the 9th round when Davis took a knee without the referee crediting Roach with a knockdown. This decision has sparked widespread debate, with many in the boxing community believing Roach did enough to secure the victory.
What did you make of that fight on the weekend? What did you make of the controversy in that one?
Look, I had just finished my recovery session, so I was pretty docile and relaxed, and then the fight, especially at the start of it, wasn't too thrilling and too action-packed. So I was starting to doze off a little bit, but I woke up a little bit more when obviously Lamont started giving him some work, and he looked good, man. I got to give respect to Lamont Roach. He proved a lot of guys wrong. I think he shocked Tank a lot with what he was able to bring. And again, we saw the controversy with the knee. To me, that's a knockdown. You can't just take a knee and decide to, go to your corner and get your face wiped. So, if that's a 10-8 round, Lamont wins the fight. So it's, unfortunate, but that's the fight game. Hopefully they'll do it again and he gets paid, what he's worth.
Have you ever seen anything like that in boxing before? A guy sort of just voluntarily...
We've seen Floyd take a knee and be put on the count. We've seen Miguel Cotto, take a knee, obviously into his corner, be put on the count.
Despite the controversy, Gervonta Tank Davis appears more focused and determined than ever. Reports suggest that he has reconsidered his initial thoughts on retirement and is now fully committed to securing a rematch with Lamont Roach Jr. Many fans and analysts have noticed a shift in Davis's attitude. He seems more motivated to step back into the ring and prove himself. His decision to move forward with a rematch marks a significant turning point in his career, signaling that he is ready to silence his doubters and reassert his dominance in the sport.
Like Tank was not playing about this rematch, man. He's looking to probably get back in the ring with Roach by the end of May. And as far as that retirement stuff, looks like that's out the window as well.
Course of your plans for your future?
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now. For sure.
But I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. As much as, we hate the fact that he had a draw, I think this was the best thing for Tank. You could just kind of see, even in the press conferences and everything like that, he was kind of forcing himself to be interested. And I only know one person that can bring his interest back. Calvin is the key, man. Calvin has known Tank since he was a child. Nobody knows Tank more than Cal, man. He's the only person that I believe that can bring the best out of Tank. But what do y'all think, man? What do you think Tank needs to do differently in his next fight so he can get back to doing stuff like this, man, at the end of his fights? Comment down below.
Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult has made a bold prediction ahead of the highly anticipated rematch between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr., confidently asserting that Roach will secure a knockout victory. He bases this forecast on Roach's impressive performance in their first bout, where he not only went the distance with Davis but also displayed resilience and skill that few have managed against the undefeated champion. Their initial encounter, which ended in a controversial majority draw, featured a pivotal moment in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, citing irritation from hair grease. However, referee Steve Willis did not rule it a knockdown, a decision that has fueled ongoing debates in the boxing community. Showbiz the Adult dismisses Davis's explanation regarding the eye irritation, arguing that such distractions will not factor into the rematch. He believes Roach, having already proven his ability to push Davis to the limit, will enter the rematch with even greater preparation and determination. This time, Roach aims to remove any reliance on the judges by securing a definitive knockout victory, a result that would cement his place among the top contenders in the lightweight division.
You got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank? That is it. Lamont, please say that in the second fight. Any questions? You got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank? You got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank? Hey, bruh, be on that. Because here's the thing. He never hurt Roach. Roach just waited. And Roach was squared up and turned sideways. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't think he had that. He was like, I'm like, oh my. And then he just sitting there like, you can't. I know what you're going to do because I've trained with you since we were kids. Tarver beat Roy, but he knew Roy since amateurs. Roy said he never liked fighting sparring partners because they know you so well. I should have listened to Roy.
A pivotal moment in the 9th round of the Gervonta Tank Davis vs. Lamont Roach Jr. fight occurred when Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach. Referee Steve Willis did not rule it a knockdown, a decision that has been widely debated. The New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, later acknowledged that technical difficulties prevented the use of instant replay to review the incident in real time. According to the commission, a technical issue delayed their ability to receive the replay video within the allotted time for review, forcing them to rely on the referee's in-ring decision. This revelation has only intensified discussions about the fight's outcome, as a knockdown ruling could have impacted the final scorecards in Roach's favor. However, despite the controversy, the NYSAC has upheld the original decision. They stated that because the fight continued for more than 3 full rounds after the referee's no-knockdown call, and both fighters had to adjust accordingly, the call was not deemed outcome determinative.
to override his decisions or knockdowns. Some skeptics have suggested that Willis's call benefited Davis unfairly, but we do not subscribe to that notion. In our long experience judging fights, we see no evidence of favoritism, only a referee prioritizing the physical safety of a fighter who appeared compromised by an eye injury. Which I actually get. I understood that statement because, hey, look, Steve Willis he didn't call it a knockdown.
You take a knee like that, that looks like a knockdown. All right?
So I think it's going to be very difficult for the New York State Athletic Commission to review this and then call it a knockdown.
WBA President Gilberto Mendoza made a shocking statement regarding Gervonta "Tank" Davis's fight against Lamont Roach Jr., taking to Twitter to reaffirm his stance on the controversial ninth-round incident. "Let me repeat. I stand by what was expressed last Sunday in Ring Magazine. Based on my 30-plus years of experience, taking a knee without a punch shall be ruled a knockdown. It affected the result of the fight." Mendoza's remarks have placed Davis under intense scrutiny, as they suggest that an incorrect ruling may have influenced the fight's outcome. Fans and analysts are now debating whether the bout should be formally reviewed or even potentially overturned. Meanwhile, MMA journalist Ariel Helwani weighed in on the fight, describing it as satisfactory but not exceptional. He focused particularly on the ninth round, arguing that Davis's decision to take a knee should have been ruled a knockdown under standard boxing rules. This perspective echoes the sentiments of many fans and analysts who believe the referee's decision significantly impacted the final scorecards. The controversy has reignited discussions about rule interpretations and the consistency of officiating in boxing, with many calling for greater transparency and accountability in major bouts.
And this, that, and the other. Like, it all kind of felt like an afterthought. And then the fight happens, and truth be told, like, the fight wasn't the best fight of all time. It was fine. It wasn't your vintage Tank Davis fight. There wasn't a knockout. There wasn't a knockdown scored by him. It was just sort of fine. If that was your first time watching Tank, you're probably like, okay, yeah, sort of, I get it. But it kind of speaks to his demeanor going into the fight. Like, it just felt a little bit underwhelming. And then we get to the ninth round, and then it's complete madness, because in the ninth round, you probably have heard by now, the fight is moving along, and it is important to note that Lamont Roach lands a jab or two, and where we want to start the clock is up to debate, but he certainly lands a punch. And then seconds after that punch lands, that jab lands, all of a sudden Tank Davis takes a knee. He quickly takes a knee, and there it is right there. Ninth round, 217. He is taking a knee, and he's looking to his corner. And he also, ever so briefly, it appears as though he's almost trying to call time. Let me tell you, in case you don't know, in boxing, you take a knee, that's considered a knockdown. You cannot call time. And you know what you also can't do? You also can't go to your corner mid-round and ask them to wipe your face. Ask them to do anything. You can't get a swig of water. You can't do this. You cannot do that. But that all happened. And so the referee for this fight is a legendary referee. Steve Willis, you have probably seen him in GIFs. He's got that kind of like big-eyed look. You've definitely seen him. He's a veteran of the fight game. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I'm not suggesting he was in on it. But there was certainly a fumbling.
What do you think about the controversy surrounding the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr. fight? Should Davis grant Roach an immediate rematch, or did he do enough to win? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Knockout Chronicles for all the latest boxing updates. Explosion Symbol Boxing Glove.